Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to my reading. And I want to say, I don't know, there's so many Capricorns out there doing shadow work because you were the highest viewed sign on my channel. So that was amazing. Thank you so much. And welcome to your 2024 January reading. And my name's Carol, and welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot if you're coming back from December, because this is pretty much a brand new channel. So let's see what they have, the universe has for you in this reading today. I'm going to look at where you are presently, and that means I'm going to look at, is there something coming from that you're bringing forward to 2024 that you want to get rid of, and maybe, it could be something that's come up over the holidays in December, something that you've just been battling and maybe it's showing up again. So let's see. I want to look at your energy and see where you are with that. And then I sort of wanted to call this like the Shadow Light series here for you, because I do again want to look at what's coming up for you in your shadow. That's linked to the energy around you right now, what you're trying to heal on your shadow work journey. And then I want to look at, again, guidance from the tarot. I think it's going to be very helpful for you if the tarot gives you some guidance as to how to start to heal something that's coming up from your shadow. And also I'm going to end this with another suggestion for another video for you to look at from my other channel, Carol Cares. And thank you for those of you that have been going over and looking at that, because I think I have some really helpful videos on that channel for you. On my other channel that have to do with anything to do with your mental health, your emotions, processing your emotions, how to journal from your emotions, how to ground yourself. And yeah, just taking a deep dive into shadow work and your mental health. So let's start off with, I'm going to ask for some cards for my top row here. I'm going to be using the Light Seers Tarot deck and going to clarify everything with the Rider-Waite. And then I'm going to, again, pull a spirit animal for you at the end. Kind of like those spirit animals. I love when they show up in my life. So let's ask the tarot for my top row here. So I'm going to start off with, let's look at your energy, Capricorn. Let's look at your energy for January 2024. Brand new year for you. Always exciting to start off a new year on the new foot. So I think it's important to see what we can do. And you get the Strength card to start off with. Awesome. Very good for beginning your presence. And let's look for your shadow. What's coming up? What's coming up in your shadow? Card or two for your shadow. That's going to be linked to the Strength card. You have the Five of Wands in reverse. And finally, some guidance from the tarot, please. Guidance from the tarot. Guidance from the tarot. Okay, I have two cards, and the first one is the Six of Swords in reverse, and the second one is the Two of Swords. Okay, so let's take a peek at these, see what they're saying, see if we can get a general idea of what's going on in our reading. All right, so the Strength card is coming up for you as your present energy, which is a nice energy to have. It takes, for the Strength card, what I see is it's talking about that strength that you need to go inwards. And it is really a commitment. And it is something that you have, it takes a lot of determination and a lot of, almost like, I want to say the word willpower sometimes. I mean, willpower will last you for, a certain amount of time. We all have it. But when you commit yourself to this journey, it takes a lot of strength, because you're going to be going through so much and you're going to have so many ups and downs with your shadow work journey, that to tame that lion, to tame that lion, you see that she's got that half face, that to tame that lion, to tame, I always say kind of to tame your emotions, but emotions are not meant to be tamed, they're meant to be felt. But in feeling them, that is how you tame your emotions, really. It's going to take some strength for you. So I'm not sure if this is your strength and this is what you have, or something is asking you to take on the strength for what you're facing right now. And I'm feeling like maybe it's taking on the strength, and that means to go inward. So we'll see what that means. There's going to be some clarification with that. The Five of Wands is coming in reverse. And the Five of Wands for me is, first of all, it's a 5. So 5s always suggest to me that there's some change that's happening, which is good. But usually the change is going to happen after, there's a lot of conflict that goes on. So this is from your shadow right here. And the Five of Wands is what I call that ego card. And I call it the ego, the conflict of the ego, because that is when we get into a space where you're comparing yourself a lot to other people. And you can do that through like social media. You want to compare yourself to social media, just go yourself to other people, go on social media. I mean, I know that myself, if I'm, going through my phone and scrolling, and by the time I get off it, usually I'll do that when I'm sort of trying to numb out, if I know there's emotions coming up, and I'll get off and I feel like crap. And I find that we kind of do this to ourselves. It's kind of like a self-sabotage where we can start to compare ourselves to others. And that, for me, is what the Five of Wands is all about, where your ego gets there and says, well, no, you can't do a certain thing because you're not good enough. Or let's go on here and see how good other people are. And it really prevents you from doing what you want to do, if that's what it is, or taking a next step in your life sometimes, because you've gone on and you've compared yourself to other people and you just think, I give up. So there's this ego conflict going on here that's coming from your shadow. So it'd be interesting to see what where that goes. And for the advice from the universe, advice from the tarot, I should say, that this same thing, Six of Swords is in reverse, and the Six of Swords tells me in an upright position that if you see this woman here and she's being taken away, I love the idea of the crows. There's no battle taking place here. There's no forcing of someone being taken away here. And she looks like she has a suitcase in her hand. She's deciding to go on her own. It's her own decision to take herself somewhere else. And for me, when this card comes up, it really is a call. And the tarot this is a guidance for you, is to get yourself to safety, to get yourself to a place where that could be just to find yourself, some place to get some stillness so that you can go inwards. And for some of you, it might be that you need to get into a safer place. Maybe you're in a situation with a partner, with a family still, that are very toxic for you. And you need to walk away from that family, get yourself somewhere, or walk away from the partner and get yourself somewhere where you're safe. Because the Two of Swords is right behind that. So you have Two Swords energy here. And Swords energy is all about, that mental stability for you. And so I'm saying that because you need to get away, because the Two of Swords is saying you have a decision. There's a decision coming up to make. You have a choice to make. And you need to go inwards. You need to get still. You need to get yourself safe so that you can make the right decision, right? Right now, this girl she's blindfolded and she's just shut everything out. And sometimes when we get into a really stressful situation and when we really can't see our way out of a situation, the best way to get yourself out of that is to ground into your body and start to really sense and feel what is going on in your body. But in order to do that, we have to be in a safe place. We have to get some stillness somewhere. We have to be quiet, take the time out to see what direction we need to take this in. So what I want to do now is take take the Rider-Waite deck and clarify this. See where this wants to take Capricorn this month. I hope you enjoyed my reading last month, Capricorn. I mean, I was quite excited that so many of you that came on the channel, and you know, you never know what sign will show up for you. I'm an Aquarius, and I know, you know, I was watching how many people were on there and watching that video, and that took a while to get going, but my Capricorn just took off. So I want some clarification for the Strength card, please. Just 3 cards if I can. Let's clarify this Strength card for Capricorn. These cards aren't wanting to be moved. Sometimes they stick. Okay, I might have too many here. I have 4. I'm good. I can take 4. Let me just... Okay, so I have, for the Strength card, I have the 7 of Wands in reverse. I have the 3 of Pentacles. I have the 2 of Pentacles. And the Fool card. So that's in your present energy. That goes with Strength. Let's go with the 5 of Wands now. Some clarification for the 5 of Wands, please. I have the Ace of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Cups in reverse. And I do read reversals. Just as important as upright for sure. One more card, please. Let me just do that one again. One more card, please. That one came flipping out, the 9 of Swords. All right, so let's clarify the guidance, please. The 6 of Swords and the 2 of Swords. Guidance, please, from the tarot. 3 cards. You have the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. And 2 more cards, please. I have, Strength card, and I want one more, please. One more. Get 2. I get I think this one came out first. The 2 of Swords and the High Priestess. All right, and then I'll end this off with an Oracle after card from the Spirit Animal deck, and I'll suggest a video for you. So let's look at the Strength card. We're going to start off with, so let's see what the Strength is. This is the position that you're sitting in, whether, you know, with the strength to go inwards. If you're needing this strength, let's see what's going on for you. So this is the 7 of, I can see now that, yeah, you're needing this strength, because I'm seeing now that this 7 of Swords that comes up for you, and this is probably one of the most powerful cards in the deck for me, because the 7 of Swords speaks to me about my own journey that I've had, where when I started this intensive journey 7 years ago to heal my complex trauma, and I have a therapist, and still have the therapist, and we'll probably have her for a long time, I think. It's just that this journey is really a solo journey for you. The shadow work, I mean, there's no one else that can do this work for you. It is very comforting to know that when you do have someone on your side. Like, I thankfully found the right therapist for me after looking and looking and looking and looking. And I finally found someone that, you know, knew my story, that understood me. And because when I started this journey with my therapist, you know, I had these people here, you know, there's this lone person up here with his wand, and 7s are all about going inwards and self-awareness, and introspection. And so when I started to do that, when I started to realize, started to heal some of my trauma, there were people around me, including my own family of origin, that couldn't support me and wouldn't support me and were invalidating me. And to be honest with you, wanted to take me down. So, and this is how I see this individual as somebody, he's very unique. He's very a nonconformist here. He has two different shoes on. So he's going to follow his own path. And in order to follow your own path, in order to go your own way on this journey, because it really is a lonely journey, and it really is a journey that you take alone. And in order to do that, you really do. It's calling upon the strength here, and you're going to need the strength. You're going to need the strength that it takes to tame a lion. If I had to say, the strength it needs for you to continue on this journey is incredible, because you're going to have, your ups and downs for sure. And so I'm seeing here that you are feeling very much invalidated and very much unsupported in your journey, in your healing journey. And there may be even a resistance to continue on this journey, because sometimes people can really take you down, and people can even become jealous. Because once you're on this journey and you start to heal, you really start to change. And that's when you can lose some people on the journey too. And so I'm seeing that you're needing some strength here to carry on, because you're not getting the support and the validation from people. And so that is really taking you down right now. Because I believe that you have some pentacles coming out here. So you have the 3 of Pentacles right before the 2 of Pentacles. So this tells me that, there's something that you want to do. You're in a position where you want to change your life. Whether it's something you want to do that's creative, whether it's something that, and when I say creative, I mean it's something that you want to do for you. You want to do something for you. You want to put yourself first. You want to put yourself first. But I'm looking at this 3 becoming a 2. So this 3 of Pentacles is becoming a 2 rather than the other way around. So the 2 of Pentacles usually is about, you get this nudge to this inclination that you kind of want to do something for yourself. You want to do something different. You want a different job. You want to go and learn something. There's just something you want to change about yourself, something different you want to do, a different partner, a different, anything that's just something from the ordinary, that you usually do. And it's putting you first. And so you've had this. And the 3 is like when it really gets this creative, or this thing that you want to do for yourself starts to come into fruition, and you're really looking at it a little bit more seriously now. But it's going from a 3 to a 2, which means it's going from, you're almost gonna get there, and then it's like it's just kind of dying, this idea, and it's just becoming a little spark again, right? So that tells me that this, whatever's happening to you now, this whole not being supported around you and invalidated and taken down, and maybe some jealousy around, or whatever it is, you're like this idea that you have for yourself to do something, or, just to improve yourself or to go on this journey, whatever it is, it's kind of dwindling again. Like you're losing, almost like losing hope a bit to do this. So, and then I get this Fool right after it that says, listen, like, not only, like, listen, look what you're getting here. Not only are you getting the Strength card, but you're getting this Fool. The Fool's coming out for you. And the Fool can come out anywhere during the Fool's journey. So anywhere during this entire spread, the Fool can come out. And that means a new beginning, but it also means it's a jump into the unknown, and it's the whole card of having faith that you're going somewhere. And this card will come when you really, really need it. It's like the universe, it's almost like the universe is going to push you right off the cliff here. It's going to go, okay, it's time. It's time, right? Like, and I can't say it enough. Like, you are getting the Strength card and you're getting the Fool that says, let's go here. The Strength is here to back you up. The universe has your back. You've got the support from the universe. The universe is saying, this is it. This is what you want to do for yourself. And now's the time to take the jump, the leap of faith. You know, we've all got this shit in our baggage here that this guy has. We all have it, all of us. And I had a ton of it. And it's sitting in our shadow. But there's going to come a point sometimes where you've got to take a little step, even if it's just a little step. It doesn't have to be a big one, but it's a little step of what you wanted to do and you're not feeling supported, right? So let's get to our shadow and what's coming up for us. So I know you're not being supported and you're also feeling like, and I know you're because of that, in your shadow, what's coming up is those feelings of comparing yourself to other people. You're not feeling worthy enough. You're feeling less than. You know, maybe there's people around you that have told you that. And the first card here that comes up for you is the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. I knew I had it wrong. The Ace of Swords is about upright. It means, you know, I'm going to take my sword and I'm going to cut through the bullshit and I'm going to find out what my true self is. And because it's sitting in your shadow, I love this for yourself, because that's where a lot of our lies that we tell ourselves are sitting. That's where they are, because your last card in your shadow is the Nine of Swords, and those are the belief systems and the patterns and the conditionings that you were told when you were younger, when you were a little kid, when you were an adolescent. Could have been by people who raised you, by, you know, other adults, family members, and even sometimes kids at school, if you're bullied, where they told you things about yourself that were not true. And we sit there and we believe it, right? And this Ace of Swords right here is saying, here's an offer from the universe, because that's what an ace is. An ace is, here's an offer for you. You have the choice. You gonna take it? It's a brand new offer. And I'm seeing there's some resistance to taking it because it's in reverse. But this is the sword that's saying, listen, you want to find out who you are? Do you really want to find out who you are and what you're capable of? Because I'm seeing that you're doubting it in your present energy. You got to cut through the bullshit, and you're going to cut through the bullshit of all these lies that people have told you when you're younger, and it's causing you to compare yourself to other people here. And it's in reverse. So how are you going to do this? And we'll see what the guidance is going to come from the tarot to say, how are you going to cut through this bullshit and find out who you are? This is the sword of authenticity. This is what swords are all about, getting to the truth of the matter. Because the middle card here, the middle card is my Knight. And my Knight, which is in reverse. So my Knight, in all the decks, the Knights for me are a part called a freedom fighter. And Knights for me is that adolescent part of you. My pages are the younger part, 4, 5, 6 years old. This is an adolescent part. And I want you to think of an adolescent. I taught adolescents for 30 years. I'm a retired teacher. And all I know is that there was not one person that could control them. They didn't want people to control them, and they'd fight for that. And they'd also fight for any pain. They didn't want to against any pain because they didn't want to feel their pain. They weren't up for that, not when they were an adolescent. They just wanted to have freedom from control, and they were going to fight for it. And so this card has come, this particular card is a cup. And so cups are about our dreams, our desires, our emotions, what we really want to do, what we really want to do. And so he's fighting for his dream, his desires. Last thing he wants is for someone to control him. And that's in reverse for you. So I'm wondering if, there is a bit of control here. Is there someone in your life right now that is controlling you? that you're allowing to control you, because because I see your pain, the swords of this spinning, this of, people saying who you are. So I'm wondering if there's some control here coming up, and a lot of times what's in our shadow is going to come up for us in our present energy. Obviously, it's going to show itself in our relationships. If you were controlled as a child or an adolescent, chances are there are going to be people in your life that are controlling you now. And it looks like, there's some real invalidation here that's going on, and you're needing the strength, you're wanting the support of people around you, but it's not happening because what you're trying to do is you're trying to break free from that control, is what you're trying to do. And your shadow, this is what's coming up in your shadow, is for you to break free from that control. And the control can be the belief systems, the belief systems that people have told you about yourself. That causes you to compare yourself to other people. Your ego compares yourself to other people because somebody, when you were younger, when you were an adolescent, a child, told you certain things about yourself, and that's what you believe. That's what you believe. You continue to believe that, and it's causing you a lot of pain and a lot of mind spinning around, who the hell you think, who you really are. I had a slip of my tongue and said, who do you think you are? How many times have, I don't know about you, but I've been told that as who do you think you are? I've been told that as from one of my controllers when I was younger. Who do you think you are? Well, it's about time that you find out who you really are, right? Forget the who do you think you are. Who are you? Because in the guidance now, so, it talked about getting still, which is very interesting, and getting to a place where you're safe. So I'm getting the impression here there's controlling going on, and you're needing a place to get safe and to be yourself and to be still so that you can go inwards and find out who you really are. So the first card that comes up for you, Capricorn, is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is, you have these three females in this card. And three is all about creativity. And also for me, threes are about creativity too. And this is a real celebration card. This is a card that says, a little reminder. Comes at, it's a 3, so it's not a 10. So it comes when we need it, where it's look how far you have come, Capricorn. Look how far you've come. Look how far you've come. And we need this little celebration card. It's like a little toast to say, you know what? Look how far you've come. And I don't know how many times I have needed this card on my journey. I cannot tell you how many times I've needed this, because I have literally told my therapist so many times, I feel like I'm getting nowhere. Why all this healing for nothing? I feel like I'm getting nowhere. And that's come over and over and over again. And I know how many memories I've had to pull up from my shadow, and how much I've been healing and intensively. And I've had a ton of body work and energy work and just so much healing. And I'd still go where is this getting me? Or I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. And so it's you have to do it to yourself, because sometimes if you don't have someone around you, and I mean, my therapist can tell me, look, you have got this far, but a lot of times it's telling yourself that, look how far you've come, because right behind that is that strength card is coming up for you again. So you get the strength card twice in your reading, and the strength card, the universe is reminding you again, look how far you've come. Capricorn, you are so strong. You can do this. You can do this. You can continue to heal what you need to heal. There's a but expression that my therapist has said to me, and it's been said before, but it's the expression of, once the train has left the station, You're on it. And if you're on this journey to heal, you're on it. But somewhere deep down, you got to get that, grab that strength that you know you have. And it's that celebration card, right? Grab that strength and continue to find that stillness for yourself. Get yourself to a safe place and go inwards. This person here going inwards, right? Because I mean, it looks like she has a decision to make. It looks like there's a certain direction or a choice that needs to be made here. And I think that's where you're sitting. You were sitting that your energy is like, you want to do something right here. Like it starts out with, here you are, the lone soldier here, all by yourself, wanting to do something here, but you're not feeling the support around you. And this card is saying like you have a choice to make, but it's a sword. It's in your head. You're in your head. So, and you've blindfolded everything, and everything is blindfolded. You cannot see right now. You're really having a hard time, and the tarot is recognizing that you are having a really difficult time on your journey right now. And so it's saying, here you are. The water in the background of this person, the water refers to the unconscious, and that is where that's where our shadow is. That's our unconscious, and that is where all our answers lie for us. So when you're at a point where you need to make a decision, and because that is in reverse right now, so you're really having a resistance to not knowing where to go. You're very confused right now, and you're up in your head here. I can see that from your shadow. But you need to go inwards every single time you're looking for what step do I need to take. I have nobody to support me. I have nobody to invalidate me. I feel like this journey's going nowhere. I feel like I've done nothing. I don't know why I'm doing this. And like that, I've said that a million times over and over and over again, believe me. And I still say it. Because the last card in all of this is a very important card for you that says, when you get to this point, you need to go and get to the unconscious here and find out, when you want to get to the truth of who you are, when you want to cut through all this bullshit of all these stories that have been told to you, there's one place that you're going to get your answer. And that answer lies with the High Priestess. And the High Priestess she's the card. She's number 2. She comes after the Magician. She's in the Major Arcana. Very important card here. For me, when you get an Arcana card, like you had the Strength card twice here, which really speaks to your strength. And this particular one speaks to where you're going to get your wisdom from. Where are you going to get your answers from? Because you're looking for them right here. You're looking for some answer right now, some direction. And the High Priestess is a very powerful card because when the Fool starts his journey, he will meet the Magician first, and then he'll meet the High Priestess. And because these are the places where he's going to get his knowledge from. And he's going to get his knowledge from the High Priestess, and she speaks about wisdom, but a very, very important wisdom, which is probably the most important wisdom we can tap into, is our unconscious, is our intuition. And we can continue to use our head and try to get to our decisions, get all caught up in our head here and try to get to our decisions. But when we learn to ground ourselves, and when we learn to journal from our emotions, and we start to get into our internal guidance system, when we turn inwards, we start to get in touch with our own internal guidance system. Forget all this controlling that's been going on and all these belief systems and patterns that you've been taught. You're now going to find out what your own internal guidance system is so that you can make your own decisions, because beyond this veil, people don't know what's there. People think that they can't penetrate these 2 columns here that are beside her. But the reason why they think they can't is because they don't know how to go there. They don't know how to go inwards. But you do know how to go inwards. You have the strength to turn inwards and go into your body, start grounding and looking for your own answers. She is the wisdom. She represents our intuition. And, you know, you have the water here that represents the unconscious. She's, you know, there's this, the three goddesses, and she represents the crone here, which is the one who has the highest wisdom, the highest goddess, the crone. And she has the lion in her hand. She knows, she has the key to get back there. It's the intuition. You can get beyond there. I mean, you get beyond that veil, and you're going to find all your answers. There's abundance back there. You're going to find all your answers. You need to go in. You have your own answers. You have your own internal guidance system, Capricorn. You can get in and you will find your answers. So I think what I'm going to leave you with is, I'm feeling like, you know, I think I'm going to leave you with a journaling video today. And I think learning how to journal when you start to go inwards, because when you start to go inwards, when you start to ground in your body, there's always emotions and stuff that are coming up for you right now. And I'm wondering if too, that maybe you have some anger to express, because there's some control that's come up here. And people that aren't validating you. And you know, you need to journal from that, you know, journal from your anger, from these people not supporting you, not getting in support. And I think you need to learn how to do that. It's called, you know, emotional journaling. It's not bullet journaling or manifestation journaling. It's writing from the raw emotion of not being supported and the anger maybe that you're feeling. So I'll leave you with that at the end. I have a lot of videos. I have a main video on journaling. It comes from my channel, Carol Cares. And then also some smaller, shorter videos that focus on specific emotions like anger and anxiety, depression. So you get two spirit animals today. The first one you get is the cow spiracles. I'm reading it at the same time. Cow spirit, which is miracles. The miracles are endless for you. And that's what's behind here. You know, the intuition, the intuitive knowledge that's coming there behind the high priestess, and the strength card that comes up for you. You know, once you tap into that, it's come up for you twice here. Tend to the small things first. You know, tend to the small things, it says. And what are the small things? Well, in this one, the small things is something like finding some stillness for yourself. It's a small thing, but it's a huge thing. Because, you know, once you start tending to the little things one at a time, and then they're going to lead to bigger things for you. I mean, there's miracles here. There's abundance here. I see it for you, Capricorn. There's a few things you need to do. So good luck. I hope to see Capricorn as being my #1 supporter again in January. And I'll look forward to talking to you in February. Take care. Bye-bye.